You're tuned in to Chicago's most valuable radio show. And as always, we bring you guys the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today we got the homie 8MatikLogan in the building.
Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? How you feeling?
Can I just be the one to say that Biko was just like yelling?
What I
He
do?
was yelling,
Was
but that's
he not loud as
but that's
hell?
appropriate.
Okay.
Look.
I
That's
just couldn't
appropriate, 'cause
understand
look.
why he was so loud. I'm
Because
just like,
I was yelling because at the end of the day,
I get that
energy.
you were excited.
You know, me and Logan go back, way back,
bro.
2015, 2014 type back.
Yeah.
Reggie's?
Yeah,
That was the first time I saw him perform.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that day.
Go-
It was lit.
2014?
Yeah.
Man,
I hit
don't
dreads.
even really remember. I don't be even remembering shit like until I see videos or pictures. I'll be like, oh, I remember that night. It was crazy.
How
But-
many shows do you think you've done since the start of your career?
Oh man, 2 man. What's crazy though is all been like close proximity. I haven't been on tour, so I just been rocking shit like here, like close suburbs. I did a few shows like Wisconsin,
Like Midwest
ISU,
states?
like colleges and shit, like just like 2 or 3.
Why do you think you haven't went on tour yet?
I don't know. I'm waiting for somebody to take me on tour, man. Like, you feel me? I thought when I signed my deal that I would be able to,
Experience that?
yeah, to tap into that and finally go on tour. But I'm independent now, so any artist wanna.
You should do a college tour. I think that'd be dope for you.
Yeah, bro. I've been trying to get a college tour for like
Are
years.
college is even a thing right now?
Not right now.
Not right
but,
now.
like,
When it's over, when everything.
I'm just asking.
Nah, I'll go turn the colleges up though. Like for real.
I feel like you low-key got perfect college kid music. Like, it's
Damn.
that shit that, like,
You gotta
I definitely
explain that,
need to
'cause
hear this.
what you mean by college kid?
Not in the, okay, so wait,
She
I
said
didn't
I
mean
make
that.
corny music
No,
for students,
First of
for
all,
people with 4.0.
hold on. As a degree black woman, nothing
No.
about the education
No,
is corny.
facts,
But I'm
facts,
saying,
facts.
like, I feel like the type of music that you make, I could see myself hopping around to that shit in the Alpha House.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it gives me college
I
student
thought
vibes.
you meant like study.
No.
Like
Yeah, I'm finna go study to blah blah
You got
blah.
real,
yeah,
no, I was
blah
just
blah
fucking with
blah. This chemistry, blah 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 blah. Yeah, sure. I'm finna go study to that shit.
No, I feel you.
but I feel like you definitely give, like, your music is so energetic, and like me personally, honestly, after the last show we did, first of all, what was it called? Like the end of the.
End of the decade.
That
End of
shit
the
was
decade,
raw. First
yup.
of all, the name of it was raw, but honestly, like, your crowd control is crazy. Cause you did a moment of silence
Thank
for
you.
your TT and Juice WRLD, and you was like, y'all finna shut the fuck up for both of these
And
people.
when they made a little
No,
noise,
you was like, no. You was like, somebody's like, I love Juice. No, this is
Yeah.
silent. So where did you gain, like, crowd control like that? Because honestly, we've seen countless artists touch stages, and a lot of people don't have that crowd control.
but you do.
But you do, and it seems effortless.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of. So when I was younger, when I first started performing, is when I like got into my routines and shit like that. Pre-show, during show, all the type of stuff to keep your mind right. But for me, I think it's a matter of having that mindset, bro. I'm not taking no for an answer. When I period, and I have that mindset in everything I do. But it just on the stage, it comes out too. So if the people are there for you, that's your stage. So what they tell you don't matter. What you want them to do, that's all that they're there for. You know what I'm saying? You're there to put on a show. So if you tell them to have a moment of silence respectfully, or split the crowd up, or whatever you want to do, they should listen to you. That's why they're there. We're here to have fun, right? Or to,
Yeah, your crowd, they respect you in general. Like, your audience respect what you do. And for us to put together a show in 2019, that was one of your first shows in like almost 2 years. I believe you had
and I haven't. Oh, I did one thing since then.
You did.
But
But
I ain't
still,
really- yeah.
you were kind of like quiet for those 2 years prior to that performance in 2019. That was one of our last shows.
Yeah.
That was literally
That was
That
the
was
last.
Kip.
That
It
was
wasn't
the
the
last
last.
show.
That
Wasn't
was
it?
that was the
Kilt
last.
was the last
it was
show.
Like
That was
second,
Carter
to,
was
second
the
to
last.
last.
second to
Facts.
last show, literally.
Facts.
For you to still hit that stage and see that you can maintain your audience, how was that for you mentally? Because with you taking a step back, being signed, I think you were signed at that time.
I was trying to get on my deal.
Yeah,
'cause that's
so
why last
being
time-
in that mind frame, how was that seeing you still can pack out a venue?
Yeah, no, like for real. So it was kind of bittersweet. It was kind of like a double-edged sword, so to speak, because like you're there and you're like, okay, I haven't did a show in a few years. I didn't know what to expect, but I knew that we did our all and we put our fucking best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? We tried to make the best show possible, so I was comfortable and I was content with that. And then once we did the show, I'm like, okay, people is here, it's rocking, it's vibing, they fuck with it. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking, damn, everybody's here. Like, you start going as like an artist, you're like, imagine if my shit was actually done right now, or imagine if anybody that was in my label or the fucking 50 people that was just at all my shit was here at this shit supporting me. But because of the turmoil and what's going on, those people ain't here. And it's like, if my shit was on the radio or on DSPs, maybe my shit would start, maybe this would be a bigger moment for me. And that was like pre-show. And then once I started rocking, I was just like, you know what? I'm in the moment, and I'm here, and they're giving me love, and I want to give it back.
You did that, too. Now, I heard you speak on, you're a free agent now.
Yeah.
The last time we sat down with you, you wasn't a free agent. And you were in the midst of just some obstacles and challenges. And now you're a free agent. So what's the biggest accomplishment you will want for yourself now that you're a free agent? And what are some of the things you can do now that you couldn't do before?
I'm just blessed, man. Just blessed, and like every day I think about it because there's so many artists that don't get out their first deal, or they don't get out that bad deal. They're stuck. There's so many artists that are stuck in that bad deal. And you look at somebody like Kanye, who he ascended past music. Mm-hmm. You know, he's a billionaire now. This is like capitalism. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he don't even own his shit.
Fact.
He's on Twitter ranting, posting his whole contract. And it's like, for me to just apply myself for all them months, sit there and like really fight, and then do the homework, read the books, become obsessed with my contract, just read it over and over, and then get out. It's like, I've been happy ever since.
I gotta ask you then, what even led you to sign the contract?
A lot of people ask me that because, like, 2013 to 2017, I was independent. You know, till I signed to ATS, I was independent. So, I don't know. I always declined it. Okay. Def Jam, Atlantic, Universal, A&Rs everywhere was hitting me up for years, bro. And I always told them, like, just not interested. That's just not what I'm trying to do. But I felt like at that moment, I wasn't in the right headspace. I was like really bad with like drugs and partying and just, you know, mental state. I wasn't there. And then on top of that, I thought I was joining like the way it was presented was something that I thought I could build on, grow with, and capitalize off. And then, you know, not everything always works out the way you want it to. You feel me? But I think that I'm just so blessed, bro. Even with my mentality, like to take that and learn from it. And not let that define or defeat me. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of artists just give up, and I wasn't giving up. Even though I was depressed, down, like, took my music, like, all type of shit, bro. I just put 3 years, like, every day in that studio working, and it's like I just lost it. So for a minute, I was, like, mentally just in another place, and then I had to snap out of it because don't nobody care, like.
I feel like I hate to kind of cut you off, but I feel like it's obvious that you're in a different space because I know the last interview we did with you was my first time just encountering you in person, and I'm a vibe person, and I ain't gonna say you had a bad vibe, but it was a heavy vibe. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, you was dealing with a lot, like not like nothing was, like you were negative, but there was a lot going on, and like sitting next to you today, it's like a free vibe, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm free to be myself, so. Like, when you walked into that situation, did you ever think it would get to a point like this? Like, to a point where you were, you know, like, seemingly miserable to other people because you're like, damn, like, this deal is just weighing so heavy on me. And me trying to get out of it is so much harder than I thought it would be.
I never thought that, like, when you go into making a drastic decision like that with your life, of course you don't assume the worst. Mm-hmm. you should prepare just in case, like in case you have to deal with something. But I never thought that it would get to that, because the people that I thought I was joining something unique. I didn't think that, like I said, I go back to turning down deals. Like I turned down deals. I wasn't interested in a deal. I was interested in
A partnership?
building a vision and taking my shit to another level. That's why I signed us up to Chicago.
You thought you had a family, like somebody like a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then, once we did the Hicko shit, after that, like a little after that, I started realizing maybe our visions don't align. Like maybe we just not meant for each other. So, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm just blessed, bro.
Could you see yourself signing another deal?
Hold on, wait. And to add on to that, what would it take for you to sign to another deal? Like, what would have to specifically be in that contract?
I could see myself signing another deal, but it's got to be a deal that now, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I signed the first deal, I didn't know what I was signing. Like, I had a brief understanding, you feel me? But I didn't know. Like, I didn't know it. You're supposed to know that. You're getting into a business commitment, a relationship, and it ain't no going back. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be done a certain way to get out of it. So, I like, damn, I forgot. I went off track again. What was the question?
It was, do you see yourself signing again, and what will be needed for you to sign?
I don't know, man. I enjoy distributing the shit myself. I enjoy,
I think that fits you better.
Yeah, I think
independent fits
like
you way
creative
better.
Control.
Yeah, I think you are way better at being independent.
I would do a partnership more so than signing to a record deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All you need is, I feel like, honestly, all you need is distribution. Like, I've seen what you can do.
Yeah.
Like, in regards to just, bringing people out and, what your actual audience and, fan base looks like. Like, you don't need a label for that shit. Like, you're doing it.
I learned that when I was signed, and I'm like, bro, they not doing nothing for me. And then they pulling my shit, they pulling my budgets, and and then, if you get to the semantics of it, it's a lot of bullshit that was going on. But for me, when I was in there, I knew there was a moment, a defining moment, where I was like, okay, I got to get out of this.
I want to ask you what that defining moment was.
I'm curious.
Because it might be the same for other artists that was signed that might have had that same defining moment.
Damn, my bad.
You good? You want some water?
I got some right here.
I didn't know we had got you some.
What'd you say again, bro?
I was saying, what was that defining moment for you where you knew, okay, this not going to work? You free, baby.
I don't really want to disrespect nobody though.
Gotcha.
So I ain't finna
disrespectful.
I ain't trying to say exactly when it was, but it was probably this time last year or a month prior to that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when I came back from LA, it was around that time in July, maybe August last year.
I remember the pics you put up when you was out in LA too. Yeah.
After that trip, it kind of shit
didn't go as planned.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all at least still, y'all still got an okay relationship at the end of the day, or?
I ain't talked to none of them since the shit happened. So,
damn. Well, hey, look, we got Mood Swings loaded up in queue. It's off of your new project, man. Before we get into the project breakdown, Mood Swing for everybody.
So basically, when I got out the deal, I just wanted to get back in the studio, just work. I really knew, I had this idea for, a project, and I was like, okay, I'm going to call it Blue Fame, whatever it is. But I didn't, that's why I put out 8MatikLogan first, because I didn't really want to, man, there's so much into it, bro. Anyway, Mood Swings.
We got time to talk.
So do.
I was about to say.
Okay, look, so.
I
had, Mood Swings was supposed to be, so I had a whole different shit planned for Blue Fame. And then, so I'm making records, and I don't have a home anymore, studio wise. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going different studios, making records, homies, producers, whatever, woo this, and I'm just cooking, making shit. And then I'm like, all right, I'm finna drop Blue Fame. This was right before the pandemic hit. I'm like, I'm finna drop Blue Fame, and then just shit be happening, bro. Motherfuckers this industry. This is exactly why I started producing. You can't use this song, or for you to do this song, we need to do this. And I'm just like, bro, so not only this label just took all my music that I've been working for 3 years, right? So when I get out the deal, I'll start making music, and now people is trying to play the same shit. So I'm like, all right, I looked at the songs I had. I'm like, all right, let me put out an EP, 8MatikLogan, self-titled. I'm trying to get verified. I'm trying to get just basically a marketing perspective. I'm trying to get my shit out there. I'm trying to just, you know what I'm saying, turn up, and I'm going to just use my name. Because I changed my name so much, people still got to see this shit. So I just did that, and then during that process, I was still making music. And then I made... I think Mood Swings was one of the first ones that I made, like from the list of records that made the project. So I was just in the studio, man. I freestyled that whole thing. I was just high as hell, like in there trying to get my T-Pain on, trying to let it all out. You know what I'm saying?
That's T-Pain, though. I ain't never heard nobody say.
Now listening to that track, I can
see you channeled your inner T-Pain on there.
And before we get in the Mood Swing, I'm happy you said this. Is 8MatikLogan the final name?
Yeah, no, for sure. For the rapper, for sure. Now I might introduce you to some whole other shit down the line.
R&B singer coming out of you, man.
No, it's you never know. You never know. I might be.
Hey, look, he let that hair down. Oh no, the girls might go crazy.
I might be the next best movie director. I might be the next best author. I might be the next best R&B singer. But for now, it's 8MatikLogan, 8Matik the brand. We, taking that to the moon.
Make sure to check out the iLLANOiZE playlist, in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist, as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
No, we sitting here with Logan. How you feeling?
I'm coolin'.
Look, he's so great. I'm so happy. We was talking about that off air. I'm so happy that you're happy. So, I know before the break I kind of was talking about, like, I got weird, real spiritual, like, I felt your energy. I know that's weird, but, I'm sorry. But I did feel a difference in energy, and, like, we kind of was talking about that off air. So, like, I kind of want to know, like, now that you're actually out of your deal and, like, out of that situation that you were in, like, what's one of the main, I don't even want to say differences, but what's one of the best, like, feelings of relief about being out of the deal in regards to creation?
I think it's not having, like, when you're in a deal, you literally, at least for me, I don't know how other artists are. This the type of artist that I am. For me, I was thinking about what they wanted me to do 24/7, as opposed to coming up with my own vision, like vision for my music, the sound, where I want to take it, everything, mixtape name. I was just like, okay, will it please so-and-so? Will this please so-and-so? Will that person be happy? What they gonna say about this? Or, like, I don't know if we talked about it last time, like, motherfuckers wasn't even trying to let me wear my hair like the way I wanted to wear it.
Whoa, they tried to change your image.
I was about to raise my hand. I'm sorry. I was about to, hold on, teacher. So, like, okay, we talked about ownership versus partnership. And one of the main things we talked about in ownership is creative control. So what does it feel like to have a label pick you up because of who you are creatively as an artist, and then have them come kind of snatch all that from you, like come take your creative control? Like, I feel like them telling you not to wear your hair whatever way is like them taking away the reason that they signed you.
Yeah, I mean, you spot on with that. Like, why would you essentially blackball the essence of a person's character? Like you said, if you signing them because you believe in that person or you're interested in what they do, right? Don't try to control it. You know what I'm saying? Let that person rock out. And that's why I feel like a lot of shit goes south is for that. For like.
So do you feel like you were just, was that what it was? It was just a controlling situation for you?
For the reason why I left? Mm-hmm. No, that was just like, it's like one of the check. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing.
So it sounds like most people when they trying to get out of a deal and have bad problems with the label, it sounds like a punishment. Like they on like a house arrest. Yeah. Like, what was the first thing you actually was like, I'm free, I can do this?
Yeah, he dropped the EP.
Like, what was the first thing you was like happy I could do this? Like, what?
I ain't gonna lie, I made Free Agent before I got out the deal. That's how happy I was. The moment I was like, oh, we finna get out this shit? I'm going to the studio right now. I'm going to the studio right now, and the first song I'm making is called Free Agent. And that's just what I did. I just immediately, the first thing I started doing was planning my shit.
And I heard you say earlier, production.
Yeah.
When in the hell did you start producing?
Right at the beginning of the pandemic. That's when I started like producing. Because I was like, man, going back to that shit, bro, people giving my songs away, like having to do this, that, and the third. Then I looked at like, I went and got all my information for like, the only song that I don't own out of my whole catalog and my whole discography, period, is House of Pain.
So, like, I guess, like, my question with that is, like, so, like, since you've kind of picked up, like, production and, you know, now that you're, like, fresh out of a label, like, what do your studio sessions look like now? Like, do they even look different?
So here's
now,
the thing.
considering that you've started to produce, because I feel like most people go in a session, open up a beat, start rapping. So considering now that you a part of that creation process, do you go into your sessions with a beat you made? Do you go make a beat? How do you do that now?
So I tell people this, right? Because people get so hung up on studio time, studio this, studio that, right? I done been recording in garages, basements, closets, professional studios. LA and Atlanta going to like Grammy recorded studios, like everything set up, right? And I came up with this idea, like, well, this concept really like probably like 5-6 months ago. I was like, man, I was telling people the studio is a myth, bro. It's not a real tangible, like, or like it's more so a tangible thing if you let it be, but it's more so an idea. It's not like a real thing. If I gave you the program, I could start rapping into this mic.
On this mic, and it could be a
and
studio.
we're in the studio.
We is in the
studio.
studio.
But record it like, you know, where I could rap.
Yeah.
Or if I brought the setup to my bathroom, while I'm using the bathroom, I could rap and I'm in the studio, right? So the only difference is there's a microphone there. That's the only thing that makes this a studio. So when I got out of the idea of that's the only time I can work, I was like, bet everything's the studio. When I'm in the car, I'm thinking, writing shit if I want to write shit, rapping over beats. When I'm at the crib, it's the studio. I'm making beats at the crib, like, in bed. Like, or wake up in the middle of the night, start cooking up. Like, it's whatever you want it to be. The moment you start limiting shit and limiting your ideas, that's when you start, like, abiding by rules that don't even exist. Like, for me, I was just like, you know what? Everything is the studio.
You know, you just made me think about Wayne. He put out a documentary some years ago of him in the studio recording Carter 3. Not in the studio, in his hotel
yeah.
recording Carter 3.
Yeah.
And it
And
like
look
me,
at Carter 3 now.
it's one of the biggest projects, sold a meal quick in a week, in the record book, and he recorded half of that in a fucking hotel
Well,
room.
I tell people, like, people be like, bro, I spent 3 years in the studio every day, so, and on top of that, I've been doing this for a long time, so I, like, rapping is second nature to me. I get in the studio, I make songs in 10 minutes now. Like, it's just that's what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody is that far along. You know what I'm saying? So they might need more work, more studio time, more assistance, whatever. I tell people all the time, going back to the studio, the idea that it doesn't really exist. You know what I'm saying? In terms of it's really all in your head. When I couldn't get in the studio, I would just play beats on my phone and rap, freestyle over and over and over. And then when you get in the studio and you start freestyling, oh, he could freestyle. He's raw. How'd you get so good, bro? Because
I practice.
I've been rapping all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like when you just take those mental barriers out, and it's like it's an artist right now that feels like because they can't have access to a studio time, they not finna work towards a shit.
Mm-hmm. Damn, my brother. I mean, I've seen you mature throughout your career. I'm happy to be able to be a part of your career and, you know, sit with you, chat with you.
Hey, man, I'm honored too, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Like, hey, much respect. And I'm looking now, I see you got more tats.
I was about to ask about tattoos too. That's so funny.
I swear, we all.
I feel like we always kind of looking like
yeah, you got the eye tat.
I'm
you
like,
got
last time
the
you
side.
You gotta think for hours. I see.
Yeah, no, that's like some family, like in my family culture, 1636 too. So all tied to that. But yeah, you know, had to get right. I'm finna go get some more
tattoos
shit.
do you get?
Oh, too many.
Look, hey, some people, but some people you would ask how many and they throw out a number. Know. They actually know the number. So okay,
it don't mean that much to me. Like in terms, not all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm gonna sit here. Okay, I'm gonna count all my tattoos. Not to say anything wrong or bad against anybody that does that. I'm just saying for me, if you ask me what this tattoo was, I don't even know what this is.
Was it do you feel like your tattoos are tied to experiences or memories?
Some of them. Most of this arm is like sentimental shit. This shit is mostly just shit that I think looks cool. This is like a combo, you know. So, but I would never be able to tell you. Like sometimes when I was a shorty, I used to get tatted. We used to just get fucked up, start getting tatted, and you just wake up. Like,
and you got a tattoo?
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
So
you just wake up with a tattoo. You be like, all right,
ain't no way to keep count.
Damn.
So what made you get tattoos on your face? Because I just feel like that's so unorthodox. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's
So
right under the eye.
And that looked like that hurt. That looked like that hurt because that's a bone.
I don't know. So look, I don't know about it. Didn't really hurt.
I woke up drunk.
No, the reason I got it right is I wanted to, and I was so happy when I got it. Like I was so happy, like because. Going back to that mentality shit, bro. Like, when I first started, bro, you couldn't tell me nothing. Mm-hmm. When I first started, I was 16, 17, 18, like, a kid. And I had people rocking with me, you feel me? And it was the mentality of I'm going to just do my thing and what makes me happy that got me to where I really wanted to be. And then I started derailing and, like, you know, the even with the label shit, just letting people creep into my mindset, letting their influences creep in. And so... When I presented like the neck tat, when I was like still signed, I'm like, I'm finna go get my neck tatted. Everybody told me no. I went and did it anyway. And then they championed me for it. So it's like every time you ask somebody for a tattoo in a risky spot, like for their blessing or like what they think, they gonna tell you no. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's like I asked a few people, they told me no. In my mind, I'm like, I'm still gonna do it. I just want to see what you're gonna say. So I do it anyway, and I feel so fulfilled because this is something that I've been wanting to do since I was a kid, and I've let other people convince me not to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now it's like, you know what? I'm back to fuck y'all in a respectful way. In a respectful way, you feel me? It's fuck y'all.
You respectfully say fuck somebody.
He just did.
Yeah, respectfully. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna do my thing respectfully.
I ain't gonna lie. I just kind of click back in. I'm like. Yeah. How many times have I respectfully said fuck you?
Do you feel like you gave people control? They shouldn't have control?
Yeah, they ain't know me enough to have control over me.
Right. I could see that, and I feel like you took it back.
Yup.
And now it's like, I got my shit back. All right, I'm going back to what I know, and that's fuck.
Bro, they couldn't even get me verified. I got myself verified in 3 months. What are these labels really doing, though? Like, what are they really doing, though? Everything that they were giving me, I'm doing it now myself, and they weren't doing it for me when I was putting up once they stopped paying me, bro. I was putting up my own money for shit.
I was just about to ask because I know you kind of talked about that, like they started pulling budgets. So like, what does that look like? Was it budgets for music videos, budgets for sessions? Like what? I mean, like obviously there are budgets for different things, but like what budgets were they taking? Like what part of you were they? I feel like I don't want to say like money is a part of us, but like if you are in a studio session, you gotta pay for that shit. So if you're taking my budget for my money,
I was signed to the studio, so there is no budget for the studio because the studio's a part of the.
This is a part of your deal, basically.
Yeah, okay, you know what I'm saying.
So whatever you can record that belongs to them.
Yeah, and I have to pay for it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's what Kanye
okay, because I'm like, that's
going
fucked
on.
Up. Like, how you going? First of all, you need me to make the music, unless you're
But going back to your question, all the budgets, even we not paying you your advance no more.
Damn.
So it's like, and when you get to the semantics of why these things were happening. It was all bullshit. It was like, okay, y'all really just doing what y'all want, and it's just I'm helpless. So like, it's like, okay, bet. And then I'm going over the legality shit, like the legality of it, like how can they do this? Can they really do this? And it's like you signed this deal that allows them to do this, and it's like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, next step, get the fuck out.
Is that a part with the Twitter name too?
No, the Twitter.
Yeah, that's why
I got all my shit get suspended off Twitter. They not letting me have another account because I was talking shit to like. It was just some sports shit, bro. I love sports to death.
What? I would never thought that. I never think you was into sports, man.
Oh yeah.
I love
Give
sports.
me baseball vibes.
Baseball, basketball, football. What you want to do? Like talk, whatever.
So who you was talking shit to? Who you was talking shit to?
Brewers fans.
Oh shit!
And they got to reporting my shit, and they got me so mad. I started saying some like foul shit
They won
to
the
them.
World Series.
Exactly, but they all reported my shit. Got my shit smoked. I made another one. Instantly ran it up. 1,000 followers. Smoked it. So you know, like,
I'm gonna talk shit to them today.
I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm like, I'm not even going to invest in Twitter no more. I'm gonna just make an account to tweet dumb shit.
Damn. So that's what happened to you. Because I'm like,
but when I meet somebody over there, what Boosie say?
he was about with the Instagram or the
Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg. He said Mark Zuckerberg. Give me my but for real, who owns Twitter? Jack Dorsey, some shit like that.
Yeah,
man, give me my account back, bro, please.
Man, give me my account back. I had to make 2 accounts. I need my first one back.
No, look, hey, you ain't got to give me my other account back. Give me a brand new account, and I will not act up. I promise you.
With his name.
Yeah, with my name. Let me use my name, bro.
I feel because I wanted to ask you. You know, when your Twitter was taken, did that take a part from you?
What, bro? I used to get like. That's a vital.
I feel like you used to go viral though.
No, my shit was. I was at 10K when they took it. That was 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, and my shit was getting like 150, 200. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
I feel like that's when viral first started. Like that many years ago, that's when going viral started being a thing, and it was big.
But then you take that away from an artist, and it's like,
what do I have now?
No,
you don't even want to start.
How did you start reaching your? I feel like I keep asking so many questions. I'm so sorry, world. How did you start to appeal to your audience, considering that you had a major platform like Twitter, which I know, you was talking shit, but I know you were also talking to your artist, like your fans on there. So,
for sure.
How did you kind of like accommodate with connecting with your audience once that platform was taken from you?
I haven't. Like, I'm still trying to figure out another avenue or vessel to contact and touch that specific. Twitter is a demographic now. You know what I'm saying?
Is.
And how can you hit that if you're not allowed to be there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, and I already had a presence there, and they just snatched it away from me. So it's like, that built real traction in terms of, and traffic in terms of plays, just syncing everything together. Press. Yeah. My Twitter was live, and that's why I felt like I could just say whatever the fuck I wanted. But yeah, that shit. I wish I had my Twitter so that way I could definitely promote my music and my book club, my brand. I can't even put a Twitter
book club.
Yeah,
I'm about to start a book club. So
hold on. What books you got? Hold on.
Right. What's on your list?
You know, you can join this 8Matik Book Club on Instagram.
No, really? No cap. I'm literally about to start a book club.
I was gonna bring my books. I was gonna bring the. I really wanted to bring the music. Everything you need to know about the music industry by Donald Passman, and let the young artists know to read that book. Please read that book.
I know a lot of people listening like,
what?
He into sports and in the book club?
Like, hey, I used to be like a real grimy motherfucker, but whole time I'm a nerd now. Like, I just want to make music, get high, and learn shit.
Man, because when I learned about you in the book club, and I forgot, I'm happy you brought it up. I always wondered when.
I would never look at you.
I read 26 books over quarantine.
What? Wow. What's your favorite book that you read over the course of quarantine? Oh, the most enlightening book, I'll say.
The most enlightening, probably the music business book, but outside of that, Outwitting the Devil by Outwitting the Devil and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Think and Grow Rich, I love that book. I've read that.
Yeah, those are
the Devil, I ain't never heard that book.
It's a good book because it's basically by the same author, but he's basically I like books that kind of hit you from another angle. So the whole book is him having a conversation with the devil. And it's like he breaks down the psyche of the devil.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. Read.
Yeah, because that's like a good author, though.
Yeah, no, he's...
Okay, we could talk about that off air.
For those interested in your book club, how can they follow?
Yeah, you can follow on Instagram at 8Matik Book Club. It's 8MatikBookClub, if you can't spell. No, but if you can't spell, you really need to start reading, though, for real. But yeah, I just started it like March, I think. And I started, rocking off with it. But as quarantine died down and music kind of became more of the focal point again, I kind of drifted away from posting shit. I still read every day and still do my same like routine, but I'm trying to find a way to take it to another level, like with the book club, like because I was inspired by what No Name did with her shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the lack of interest and enthusiasm in the youth, especially in Chicago. Don't nobody want to read, and it's like, bro, just read. Even if you reading 10 pages a day, you read it.
Read something. Oh my God.
They don't want to read a book, but they'll sit on their phone all day and scroll.
Read tweets and be like, G, do you realize in your 8 hours of tweeting, do you use that feature on your iPhone? Well, I don't know if people use it. Screen time. Like when you think about how many times you're on a phone for a day, like you said, we spend most of our time scrolling past tweets or pictures.
Words.
You could probably literally read a book in that time.
No, if you literally counted the words you read on Twitter, you could have read a book.
Mm-hmm. Period. Look, we here.
Yeah. Hey,
I love it.
You know what? Let me.
This is a different part of Logan I'm learning about today. And then you've been up here too many times for me to just be learning all this stuff.
I know the album, the project is Blue Fame, but you got a blue flame like spark to you.
You got to glow like Bruce Leroy right now, man.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I feel like 2017, bro, I made a conscious decision to change my life, the way I lived, the way I treated myself, the way I treated other people. And I feel like the last 3 years were really hard on me. And I feel like right now my karma is kind of starting to drift and change into like all the good shit. Because even when you're going through, like, when your karma's catching up with you, if you're really trying to change, you still have to be a good person and deal with all the bad shit. So getting through all of that, I mean, I know I still got shit ahead of me, good and bad. But right now, I'm really noticing all my blessings. And I'm really just, like, analyzing it and just like, bro, what I just came from every time, I really dissected it and looked back, the past 5 years, year by year, what I've accomplished, year by year, where I was a year ago today, and then a year ago from that, and a year ago from that. And just seeing the growth, like, if we had the interview less than a year ago, and
look how much you've grown.
And I
say
when you first, and I'm no cap, when you first walk through the door, it's different energy.
Yeah,
feel that.
So
you
like,
feel that.
So like when you think about it like that, I don't know where I'm gonna be a year from now, but I know that every day I'm working my ass off and grinding, so I'm going to be in a better position, and that's good enough for me. Like, cause I treat it like that every day. I attack the day every day.
Gotcha. Now, before we actually make our exit up out of here, man, I got to ask you the meaning behind Blue Fame.
Fame, yeah.
And I also would like to know, where did you find this new sound?
Damn, my shit vibrating. So Blue Fame. Alright, so it's a play off Blue Flame, the strip club, right?
Okay, because that's what I thought about was Blue Flame.
Yeah, no. So it's a play off that, but so the blue, I took the E off because it just looked cooler to me, and I was like, I came up with the name first because I was like, if I could just take the Blue Flame name and just make it my own somehow, you know what I'm saying? So I did that. I started playing with the words, and then I'm like, the blue stands for, the depression, mental health, the all the shit that comes along with fame. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the trials and tribulations. I guess that's what it embodies. The actual journey of, I don't even want to call it fame, but dealing with labels, dealing with fans, dealing with, pressure and stress of a lot of shit that you can't control. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where the name came from. And what was the other question?
And then the sound, this is a whole new
it's a different sound for you, man.
Yeah.
This is a new Logan. This is a new 8MatikLogan, like sound wise. I've never heard it sound like this from you. So what inspired the sound?
I feel like y'all was telling me that when I made House of Pain and blah blah too.
Yeah. But this is even different.
No, yeah, for sure. So for me, sonically, I don't really try to do anything. Like, I just be, people think I'm crazy, bro. When I freestyle, like, I make all my shit freestyle, right? So when I get in the studio,
it's if you feel it.
I'll be like, bro, I just let the beat tell me what to say. Like, for real, that's what I do. Like, I go in there and I vibe, but at this point, it's so second nature to me. Like I said, it's like having a conversation over a beat. And And like I said, I didn't try to do anything. It really comes from working for. If y'all heard the shit that I can't use because of the label shit, you would be like, whoa. And all of this would make sense because what you're seeing is
we missing the middle process.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. That makes so much sense.
Hey, yo, we gonna
it's the puzzle piece that we don't have. Back, hey, you want to go jump them?
But like, even though like, because if you look at 2017, my shit was more like rapidy and like just I listened back and I could tell like I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying to figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you don't get the 3-4 years in the middle, but now you get this, and it's like I just developed over that time into a whole different person. And now like what I wanted to do when I first got to ATS, I was making anything like trap, conscious shit, pop, trying to just find something that stuck. And I think for me, just making sure that I was doing music that I loved. Like, I would sit there and make songs. I'm like, I know my fans will really fuck with me if I make a song like over some boom bap shit and rap, and people would like that. Ooh, this. And then I'm like, go in the car and listen to Keith and Thug and Future and all of this. And I'm like, okay, it's not making sense because I'm trying to do this, but I don't consume this.
Right.
I only consume in my real life going to the trap, partying, fucking bitches, doing drugs, all of that. This is my real life. I'm trying to wake people up and just talk to them, but I was like, you know what? Let me just make the music I want to make, I want to hear, that I enjoy. And then if at some point in the future it comes all the way back full circle to that other type of music, then so be it. But I just want to enjoy my shit, bro.
Gotcha.
So,
You don't want to give them false shit. Like, I'm living like this, so I'm gonna give y'all me right now. You know, you maturing, man.
And I had to get better, like as an artist, because I couldn't do that and make it sound good. Like, there's a lot of people that,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying?
Like to articulate that.
Yeah, you got to make it sound good too. So I was studying artists, studying my favorite rappers, like, because they do capture it, right? They get you, they get you in, they reel you in, and it's like that sentiment is there. It's an intimate environment, but they still talking they shit. And they still, sometimes Future's not even saying nothing, like, for real.
He ain't been saying shit for a long time.
But you still in that. You still in that mode.
He got you.
Yeah.
He got you. So I think, okay, I don't want to cut you off.
You good.
I'm sorry. So my question is this, like, how do you plan to make up for that middle ground? Because I think it is, like, one thing that as a fan is amazing about growing with the artist is seeing their growth. So seeing you start from here to here to here. So considering the fact that you just basically told us your middle phase got stolen in a way, it's music you can't release. How do you plan to bridge the gap between this is old ass Logan and then this is Logan now? Like, how do you plan to bridge that, considering you can't drop any of the in between music that I think your fans would have been able to like grow with you through that time?
That music might come out one day.
Mm-hmm.
I think that. What was the beginning of the question again? Like the. How do
We all
I?
fucked up. We all fucked up over here.
How will you be able to
bridge
find
the
that
gap.
middle ground? How you gonna bring that middle ground
I
back?
think that middle period, it's all about perception. I think it did its job. I think it made me a better artist.
I was about to say,
It made me
do
a
you
better
feel like that's more
person.
for you than
Yeah.
it was for your fans?
No, for
Makes
sure.
sense.
I think that was great, man. Like that was something that I needed to go through. And a lot of artists that lack what I have now never went through that. So I have valuable experience and valuable lessons that you can't get unless you run through that shit, bro. And it's like, I think it did what it was supposed to do for me as an artist and as a person. And I think now you're getting a much better, you're getting much better product and a better representation of who I am than that middle phase. Because there are some really good songs in that bitch, but I didn't know like who I was. Like now, bro, I'm
Still
telling
know
discovering
who
you.
you is.
Yeah, like.
And you was doing that for them.
Mm-hmm.
You was trying to please somebody other than yourself.
It's like pleasing a girlfriend that don't want to
But-
be pleased.
Yeah, but what's crazy though, gang, like, for real though, I'm a thinker, bro. The whole time I was in that shit, I was like, in the back of my head, I had this thought, like, if shit does hit the fan and I have to go, this can't be for no reason. So I was in there studying, learning, working, like, really working, bro. Like, a lot of people say I was just in the studio 12 hours working, but they was smoking for 8 hours. They rapped one verse, and then they got tired and nervous and too high or drunk. No, bro, I was in there 8, 10 hour, 12 hour sessions, like, Like, you'll be in the studio, Juice will be in there, Herb will be in there, Valet will be in there, and I've been in the studio all day, and I just seen these rappers coming in and out, and it's more motivation. Like, I bet I'm finna get raw. Like, I'm not playing. Like, that's what my mentality was. I'm gonna get raw as fuck, and I'm gonna do it the way I want to, and then can't nobody tell me nothing.
You made that motherfucker your gym.
I mean, that's what it is, though, man.
Yeah.
I was about to say, but that's your craft, though.
Man.
I just want to tell you, brother, protect your energy and protect your karma, man.
Man, thank you, bro.
Definitely.
Appreciate you, bro.
I like this 8MatikLogan we seeing.
I do. It's so happy.
The future's bright, though. Like,
yeah.
I'm not just talking when I say shit like the movie directing and like, bro, I already started writing my books. Like, that's the type of shit I'm on. Mm-hmm. Just wait on it. Like 5-6 months ago, I never made a beat in my life. Now I'm producing my whole project, and I just dropped 3 raw ass records. I made a raw ass beat the next day. Like, I got all the shit, I learned how to do it. The next day I was making raw beats. And it's not to say that I'm really cold, that I can't improve, because I'm going to improve. But it's a thing of just once you decide to do it, just run with it and don't let nobody tell you can't do it. So anything I want to do, I'm finna do. You might even see the first president with a face tag.
I'm gonna vote for him. I ain't gonna lie.
And I gotta be 48, the 48th president. Can it happen?
You run president, I'm voting.
Period.
Cause he's from the crib too. That's my boy.
Like, you know how many times we sat next to him?
We gonna get an intervue. I know we gonna get the interview.
We got to.
Oh yeah.
With the president.
We'll be old as hell.
Old as hell. Like, all right now, so you train.
Well, you can run for president once you hit 35, right?
Yep.
So we might not be that old.
I don't know. I feel that's a long time.
I thought that was my word.
I mean, let people know where they can find you, my brother, on social media. Give out your Twitter too.
Yeah, bro. You can follow me on Instagram at 8MatikLogan. That's my YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music. My Twitter is 8MobBaby, 8MobBaby. Can't use my name, but yeah. Get Blue Fame now. 8MatikLogan, the EP out now. 2021, we coming big. You feel me? Mad love to iLLANOiZE. My boy Biko for having me through. It's always love, bro.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Stay safe, Chicago.